Welcome back to Ferris Sports Update. Time to check in with Bulldog Hockey and with this head coach Bob Daniels. Coach, welcome to the show.
Great being here, Rob.
I know it was great being back at home this past weekend. A couple nice crowds at the Avon Ice Arena.
Boy, we did have good crowds. There was good vibes in the arena, if you will. Good energy. We were well represented, obviously, but so was Michigan Tech. They brought a lot of people down. I think some people maybe thought we'll come down and watch volleyball and hockey. So it was good though. It had a great atmosphere to it.
I know maybe the results not what you wanted, but as we talked before we came on, really some great hockey that was played over the course of the 2 nights.
Yeah, the results are not what I wanted whatsoever. But we did play really good hockey. We did, in both games, and I'm getting really tired of saying that. But I see some really good things on the horizon. I do. If anything, I feel for our guys. I want them rewarded. They're really trying to do. We made some adjustments between one night and the next, and I remember commenting to one of our coaches, I don't remember any of our other teams lately being able to make these adjustments like on the fly the way these guys can. And I'm, I love working with them. They're engaged, and I think really it bodes well. Only good things are going to come out of this, and I can see it happening sooner rather than later.
As we go to the highlights, we'll start with Friday night's game and playing back at home in front of the student section. They've been certainly loud and vocal here during the home games this year. I
really like our student section. Always have. They're great. It's what makes college hockey so good. I think is the students in the arena. It's what gives it life. And I think our dog pound is part of the entertainment, if you will. So anyways, a great job by them, and we're very appreciative.
Kind of back and forth here early on. We will see you guys get the first goal here in this opening period to take the early lead in this game.
Yeah, we do. And you can see in the picture Jacob Vidal here, number 26. He's really having a good year. Last year, he suffered a pretty serious injury, and basically he was out for the year. And the first few games coming back this year, I thought it was, he was good at times and a little bit off his game at times, but boy, lately, and you can see he's starting to knock the rust off. I think he's playing really well. Get a really nice goal here from Gavin Best, and I thought, his game's just getting better and better too. He didn't play a lot when he was at Michigan State, but he's getting a lot of game time now, and he's looking better with each and every game.
Of course, this is one of those games where the shots ended up being pretty close and pretty even for most of the night.
Yeah, and the game was even. It really was. It could have gone either way. Again, an area we want to improve upon is our penalty kill, though. We're up 1-0 beyond halfway through the game, and their first goal comes on a power play. We're working on it. It's a work in progress, but it's getting better. But it's not where we want it to be.
Maybe talk about how some of your young kids have kind of made the adjustment here as you get through the first couple months of the hockey season.
Yeah, they are. We're getting some real good hockey out of a lot of the young guys. One player that just comes to mind is Haru. I think Logan's playing really, really well. It's funny, early on, I was worried a little bit about his foot speed and his skating, but it's been fine. And he's a big, strong kid, and he's done very well. So a lot of our younger kids have stepped up and really contributed. Here was a goal we fell behind 3-1. I thought we were playing really well. That was one that obviously we'd like to have back. But we keep battling the whole way. You're going to see here we've got the goalie pulled right now, a little under 2 minutes, and we score. Cole Birch is playing really well. He's a transfer from Western Michigan. And we had a couple looks when we got the 3-2. And it's what I really like about this year's team. There's some resilience. There's some stick-to-itiveness. Down 3-1, less than 2 minutes, and we're still battling and make it 3-2 and darn near tie it up, Rob.
You fall by the score 3-2, and you come back the second night. You talked about some of those adjustments, and obviously some of the guys taking those adjustments as you move into the second night.
Well, I think our big thing in the morning when we were talking to our team was we were shorthanded, I believe, 6 times on Friday night to, maybe it was 7. It was 7 times to text 2. You can't do that. It's 14 minutes. We're shorthanded, only 4 for them. And we deserve the penalties we got. You can always cry to the officials about, oh, this call, that call, but the reality is, step back, let's take a look, and we deserve them. So we were playing a little lazy at times, By that I mean when the puck turns over, our first move is to bring our stick up, and it's either a slash or a hook. And you got to get your feet moving, you got to keep your stick on puck. It seems simple, but it's not always that way. And we really hit home on that going into night 2. And I thought the guys, we only got penalized once in that game, but yet we were physical and we were tenacious, but we got that out of our game, and now we got to keep it out of the game.
As we go to the highlights of the second game against Michigan Tech, a team that comes down. They always draw a lot of fans, another big crowd on Saturday night, and certainly they got off to a good start here early on.
Hey, it was a great crowd. It was really a good crowd on Saturday, and it was a big day here on campus. We had football, we had volleyball, we had basketball, I mean, it's our fans are going to all these events. What a great group of fans we have, great students. They support everything and everybody. And here it is. We play well 5 minutes. In a minute and 30 seconds, they scored 3 goals. And it was tough. And we played Connor McDonough this game, and I feel for him because, out in front of him, we didn't give him a ton of help during this time period. I ended up having to pull him. I didn't have to pull him, but I elected to pull him, called timeout, tried to slow things down, because things were spinning out of control quick. And even as a coach, everything seems to speed up. So we called timeout, we changed the goalies. I felt bad for Connor because he's going to be a really good goalie before it's all said and done. What I really like, though, from that point on, we carried the play. We carried the play. You'll see at the end, I think we gave 2 shots on net in the third period, and we stayed with it, and we deserved a better fate than what we got. But if anything, it points out you can't have a bad minute 30 seconds. You can't. It's up to me as a coach. It's up to our leadership group to drive home the point that we can't have off moments.
Certainly, as you take on Michigan Tech here in this series, all these games just seem like they're not going to get it easier here in the CCHA.
No, every game's going to be close. Every game, it's just where college hockey is right now. If you go look at the scores at the end of the night, everybody seems to be within 1 or 2 goals. And there's a minimal margin for error, and that's why, today at practice and this week, we have to get right back at it. You've got to keep battling, and when you're not winning, it's easy to start pointing fingers. And we're all looking for the solution, but the solution lies within all of us. And if we go at it as a group, we'll get there as a group, and we'll get to. I felt so good after the game Saturday. Other than the result, I don't think I've seen one of our teams play this well in quite some time. I'm talking 5-6 years, where we really at times it was scary how good we look, and we're close. And now half of it's believing it, and habits are important. When you're winning, that's a good habit to keep. What you're losing, you got to break that habit, and so we're in need of a win here and a confidence boost. But the effort's there, and the guys are putting the work in.
Well, Coach, thanks for the time, and best of luck as you take on Lake Superior State this weekend.
Looking forward to it. Thanks, Rob.
That'll do it for Ferris Sports Update. You can find out more online at ferrisstatebulldogs.com.